Well, welcome, boys and girls. Today we're diving deep into a crucial question that many of you have been asking, and many of our clients initially have when they come to us, and that is, what are effective investment strategies for a secure retirement? It's a common concern that can feel overwhelming, but don't worry. I've got some solid strategies to share that will help you navigate through this important phase of your financial journey. So we are going to be focusing on kind of the retirement planning aspect of when you receive a large sum of money today. My name is Tommy Cloud. I'm president of Third Act Retirement Planning. It's a company that I started back in 2000, and I got a degree in finance from college. And I have 4 advanced designations like the Certified Financial Planner and Qualified Kingdom Advisor. So let's go ahead and dive in and look at the first thing that we recommend that our clients do to have an effective investment strategy for a secure retirement. Number one, and it is absolutely key, is going to be diversify your investments. This cannot be overstated. And in fact, some of the other ones that I'll talk about here can almost be kind of subcategories of diversification. King Solomon, $2.1 trillion net worth, said in Ecclesiastes 11:2, he wrote, under the divine inspiration of God himself, diversify your wealth 7 or 8 ways because you don't know what danger may fall upon the earth. There's different types of diversification, and the type that I'm talking about here is what we'll call macro level, where you're actually having different asset classes. There's also company risk and market risk that can be diversified away through buying a bunch of stocks like in an index fund, but you still have the market risk. All you've done is kind of reduce or eliminate company risk. So diversification, first things first, it really is your best friend when it comes to investing. It's a critical key rule. You hear it over and over again, but it is so true. Big losses will impact your long-term return more than big gains will. I can tell you that with absolute certainty. Number 2, you can consider low-cost index funds. We've talked about these companies like Schwab, Dimensional or DFA funds, and of course, Vanguard. Index funds are a great option for beginner and experienced investors. They often come with lower fees and are designed to mirror the performance of the underlying market index. So this strategy earns you growth without the hefty price tag often associated with actively managed funds. The other thing you can do, number 3, is invest in stocks with downside protection. Now, you can do this through what's called a note, a principal protected note. You can get those at any of your custodians, Fidelity, Schwab. You can just keep your money there, keep it in your account at Schwab, for example, which is our main custodian that we work with. You can also go and buy what's called a registered index linked annuity. They are liquid. You don't have to be in there a long time. And just as a reminder, I'm a fee-only planner. I do not have an insurance license, so I do not sell annuities. I do recommend them and I do manage them. But you've got huge 100-plus-year-old companies that are insurance companies, and they are, I held my hand up there to get the camera to autofocus, but you can get into these and get your money out at any time. You're not tied up like Clark Howard talks about annuities and turns them into a cuss word or something, which I can understand. Certainly you don't want to be in an annuity tied up for 5, 10, or 15 years. The principal protected notes, you're usually going to be in those for, 4 to 7 years, something like that, but you do get to keep it at your custodian. The annuities are liquid. The ones that we work with our clients on are liquid. You can put in there 1 week and take it out the next week with no penalty. I do not get paid commission for these, and many fee-only planners will be able to help you with what's called a registered linked annuity. They are fantastic for getting into the stock market and maintaining downside protection. And you typically, almost always, 99.9% of the time, you get to participate in 100% of the gain of the underlying index. So a lot of times with annuities, they perform terribly because the downside protection drags on the performance of the index. And that's not the case with a registered index-linked annuity or a principal protected note, at least the ones that we use for our clients. Number 4, you want to assess your risk versus return. We just talked about that with diversification. You can explore periods of higher growth with stocks, but you want to balance this with more stable options like bonds. Also, other non-correlated assets would be gold, utility stocks, Bitcoin, are all other ways that you can be non-correlated to stocks. And then number 5, you just want to avoid common pitfalls. Many people underestimate expenses, taxes, inflation when planning for retirement. and which can erode your savings. Always include a buffer for these variables in your financial plan to stay secure. And that's just a key. You want to have a plan to help you avoid these common pitfalls and someone that can walk you through this to make sure that you reach your goal. For a secure retirement, it's all about having a strong plan. And those are the 5 things I'm going to recommend to you here with as far as wise investments go for securing a good retirement. By diversifying your assets using low-cost indexes, investing in registered index-linked annuities or principal-protected notes so you can get the full potential of the stock market while also protecting yourself from drops, understanding risk, and being mindful of those hidden fees, you can set yourself apart and be ready for a long-term financial success. If you'd like to learn more about these strategies or have any additional questions about your retirement planning, feel free to reach out and apply for a free retirement and wealth planning session with me. My name is Thomas Cloud again, and remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for more valuable insights.